Okay, this is Chapter 2, Part 4, and we are going to talk a little bit about the periodic table, just do a quick overview of the periodic table, which hopefully you all remember. So if you remember, the periodic table is arranged by the atomic number, what particle is, how many, will that tell you? The atomic number will tell you the number of protons. So the top number is the number of protons. So every element has a unique number of protons. And if you remember, the mass number was the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. So that makes it easy. So the atomic number is the number of protons, but if an atom is uncharged, it will have the same number of protons as electrons. So write this down, and we're going to do some questions on this. So write down this periodic table entry. So the atomic number is 4 for beryllium, and the atomic, let's round that off, so it's the atomic, the mass number, let's round it off to 9. So keep that in mind when we're answering the following questions. So how many protons does beryllium have? So if you remember, there was a 4 and a 9. So you get the number of protons by the atomic number. So I'm hoping that everybody was seeing that that was 4. So how many electrons does beryllium have? So again, it was 4 and 9. So the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. So again, I'm hoping everybody was saying 4. Now, how many neutrons does beryllium have? If the mass number is equal to the number of protons plus the number of neutrons, then 9 is going to be equal to the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. We know how many protons, so 9 is equal to 4 plus n. Do a little simple math. 9 minus 4 is going to be equal to 5 is the number of neutrons. So hopefully that was not too hard. So let's see if anybody was paying attention. What is the charge of an atom that has 12 protons, 11 neutrons, and 12 electrons? Think about that for a second. So we have 12 positive charges, protons. We have 11 neutrons. And we have 12 negative charges, electrons. So what's its overall charge? The same number of protons as electrons. So I'm hoping everybody got it was a neutral charge. So isotopes are atoms of the same element that differ in the number of what? So if you remember, so think about that for a second. And hopefully everybody's remembering that the number of protons is always going to be the same for an element. And it's the neutrons that will differ. Okay, so isotopes are atoms of the same element, and they differ in their number of neutrons. So let's do another one of these, make sure everybody's paying attention. What's the mass number, so think about the mass number, of an ion? And it's got 15 electrons, 16 neutrons, and it's an ion, and it's got a positive charge. So if it's got a positive charge, it's got more or less protons, so think about that. And it's a positive charge, so it's going to have one more, plus 1, so it's going to have one more proton, so it's going to have 16 protons and 16 neutrons. So if we add those two together, see, that didn't work so well. There we go. It should have 32 if I can do any kind of math at all. And so 32 is going to be its mass number. And I'm going to stop it here, and we're going to just do a quick little overview of energy states of electrons. Very important topic, but we're going to stop it here and do that for our next one.